front axle removal or front wheel removal. Tools needed: 6mm hex key, Allen key, whatever, on a socket preferably if you want to get done today, and this cute little thing, biggie, 22mm. There, 22mm hex key. Oh, if you're wondering why the bike is floating like that, it's suspended, so there's nothing else in the way for the filming, okay? Just for this one occasion, because normally you can get this work done on an axle stand like everybody else, alright? So, what you need to do first, okay, not that. What you need to do first is loosen these two nuts with the 6mm hex key, not nuts, bolts. Yeah, they look like this. One and the other. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so that has to come out first. And then the rest of the axle is super simple. In theory, turn the... Good thing I pre-loosened it, eh? Alright, turn the tool. And then just take the... There, stand over there where you don't get hit. Just turn the tool and take the axle out. Just like that. Okay. And what you can see here, while the axle is being threaded out or spun out, you can see there's a spacer inside the axle. A spacer bar has to stay there, and the axle has to go through it when you're done. So when you're fitting everything together and that spacer bar drops out of alignment, don't beat the living soul out of your motorcycle with a hammer. That spacer bar might need to be lifted up a touch. There, axle comes out, should be clean like this. Should be clean in this line. Okay. You can see a little bit of wear on it. That's where some wheel spacers are. There are wheel spacers here. Let me show you. Wheel spacer number 1. And there, that's how it looks like. Flat against the swing arm. Yes. Alright, it needs cleaning. Oh yeah. If you see, after cleaning, if you see that there is grooves on the outside surface of the spacer, don't worry about it, because it spaces in this dimension, or this surface, or quality of this surface is irrelevant to its function. It needs to be dimensionally stable this way. So if it's ugly on the outside or ugly on the inside, although it shouldn't be ugly on the inside for any reason unless you score it with a screwdriver or some kind of other retarded idea, the outside is irrelevant to the function of this part. Now, normally, and I haven't talked about this, there is a brake rotor here, a disc which I took out just so things come apart a little easier and I can film it faster so you can watch it faster. I'm gonna have to crank up on it there so the wheel comes out even easier. And yeah, I'm gonna have to remove the brakes. You can see I kind of tie-wired stuff back together. I have to remove one brake at least to get the wheel out of here. Okay, and for that I'm gonna need 12mm, yeah, 12mm socket, so I forgot to mention that. And there is one bolt there and another one there. Look up there. Okay, those two bolts come out, wheel comes out, good to go for tire change. Alright, correction, you need to remove both of the brakes to take out the wheel. I'm just putting the axle back in so I can put it on a block of wood, and that's basically how the axle and the wheel go back together. The spacers go against the lower bracket on the suspension, so that's how they just fit together. There, good and tight. Oh, if you're wondering, that's my custom mud guard there. Ugly, and it works. And I'm going to put the brakes back together, but now that I am at it, that's the ABS sensor there, or the signal pickup. It's magnetic. I can see some small iron filings, magnetic dust particles accumulated on it. Now is a good time to clean it. Of course, you can take it out from the other side, undo one bolt, but why undo one bolt when you don't have to, when you can reach it and just pick it clean as is. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one back too, so I don't lose them, and the brakes bolts too. And on the wheel here, you can see it's a good time to check the bearing, see if it's nice and smooth rotating. There shouldn't be any sign of corrosion on it. The grease should be fresh. Whatever, replace it, clean it, fix it. Alright. I have another wheel bearing removal video, so the seal, the spacer and the bearing, how they work together is on it. But as is, wheels good to go for new tire. So fitting everything back together is fairly straightforward. The brakes have been cleaned, shiny, sparkly. That gets fitted last. The spacers have been cleaned and greased. There you have it. It's got some discoloration on it. It's good enough. It works. It should also seal. It should also seal a little bit from moisture penetrating the axle, but the actual rubber seal should seal, and the grease should seal if there's any loss of this spacer's circumference due to scoring. So there's one spacer on one side, the other spacer on the other side, just like so. Friction fit, and there, everything is inched back to place. Let's grab the axle. Okay, I don't want any dirt on the thread. And let's see if I can do this with one hand, kinda. Yeah, kinda, if it's at the right height. Yeah, not really. I'm gonna need two hands. One hand spinning this, and the other hand lifting up the other side slightly. Nah, maybe I can do it with my feet. There, so the other side lines up, because that's drop down, and line up is somewhere there. So let's see what happens when I spin it. But anyhow, you got the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look through the hole from this side here to see how I'm doing. Okay, there. Nah, maybe. Alright, you get the idea. Tighten everything, including these two bolts. Everything has specifications. Look it up. If I find it, I'm going to post it here. And then put the brakes back on. Of course, the brakes have torque for brake specifications, so everything by the book.